Hey guys, what's up? It's 8-Bit Eric, and there's nothing more disturbing than what babies see. You always think when you have a kid or a pet in a room and they're just chilling and then all of a sudden they just kind of start looking around like they're seeing something. Yeah, that's scary stuff. And you can imagine seeing things through the eyes of a child, how scary things can be. And that's exactly what this game is all about. We're going to check out Among the Sleep, the enhanced edition for the Nintendo Switch. You are literally playing through the eyes of an infant in this game, crawling in a first-person view, running around a house and different spooky areas, trying to find your mother. It's actually really creepy. This is like similar to other first-person horror games like Layers of Fear and things like that, but you are a child, so everything is just more intense, more scary looking, more absurd. I mean, I've never played this game, and now it came over to the Nintendo Switch with a special enhanced version that has extras and all sorts of other stuff on it. I wanted to go ahead and see, is Among the Sleep, the enhanced edition for the Nintendo Switch, worth buying for your Switch, guys? So if you're brand new to the channel, feel free to throw a subscription, guys, and let's go ahead and begin. So Among the Sleep, as I've said, I've never played it before, but I always thought it was an interesting premise. The basic story is you are basically a newborn kid or an infant, really early age, who has a mother. You're living with a single mother. There's a backstory where your parents divorce and stuff like that. There's a little bit more of an emotional narrative behind it that gets revealed much later in the game. I don't want to reveal any plot points or anything, but in short, you're a little kid, you go to bed, you wake up in the middle of the night, you have your teddy bear who is a gift from your father for your birthday. It's your birthday. You have your teddy bear who talks to you and is kind of like your companion, and it becomes nighttime. Things get really scary and you have to navigate through your house to find your mother. You have no idea where she's at. That's like the most innocent mission, the most innocent quest for an infant to be going through, and you have no way of defending yourself either. You're a poor defenseless baby in this game. You just have you and your teddy bear, and your teddy bear can be used in case you get scared. You push Y and it kind of lights up the area and everything. It's gonna be needed because this game is dark and scary. Remember when you were a kid and you were scared of the dark and you would just kind of like run and hide and everything like that? That's what this game is about. Everything just looks creepy. It's over the top. You feel so helpless playing it. Things from trench coats and boots that are just standing in the distance looking like scary monsters. Sounds and noises and creaking doors and things like that terrify you in this game. You have to hide every once in a while because there's creatures like banshees and trench coat monsters and stuff that come at you. You can even fall. You can drown. There's all sorts of helplessness that your character has because you're not able to defend yourself. You're able to climb boxes and move boxes around, open drawers to get around, but that's about it. It's mostly just a puzzle solving game. You walk throughout the house, which ends up becoming a forest, a playground, a cave, different areas. There's about 5 chapters in this game, so it is rather short, but it did keep me entranced long enough. Remember, I did not play Among the Sleep at all beforehand, but I do know that this has been touted as a pretty good indie game. So now it came out on the Switch and I was like, I'm going to sink my teeth into it for a bit and see if I can get into it. And I got to say, I played through it all in one complete run. So it is a rather short game, but it was just a perfect length for me. Not every game needs to be super long, plenty of hours thrown into it. This was the perfect length for what this game offered, which was a first-person view of a child's impression on this world, what they see through their eyes, their terror, what scares them, what drives them, the basic notion of needing to be with their mother. So there was a lot of emotional attachment in regards to your mission in this thing. You wanted to find the memories. Each level, each chapter, you find a memory of your mother, and you have to take them to a certain area to unlock the next area, and you proceed going down a route. And it kind of puzzled me at first. I was like, where's this game going at? Because usually games like this have some kind of weird shock twist and stuff. I was like, there's got to be something totally fucked up about this game, because overall it did feel like it was a pretty screwed up game. The whole presentation and everything, it just had a real creep factor to it. It wasn't super like horror scary, but it was scary just enough. I mean, the fact that you were playing as a child in a scary environment was creepy enough for me, and some of the areas were just scary, damn right scary. There's one area that has a banshee that follows you out throughout the whole area, and I didn't even know about that until I turned around and this banshee grabbed me and I had to start over. I was like, holy crap, I was not expecting that at all. I didn't think there was going to be enemies or anything, because at first, initially, it's like you have no enemies. You just hear weird stuff, things look weird, and it's a lot of puzzle solving. But yeah, eventually you start having enemies that can come after you in the later stages and stuff. And the enhanced edition does bring a few extras. There's like a prologue that didn't come out in the original release, which gives a little bit more insight to the backstory of the parents that separate and stuff like that. There's also a museum level that features a lot of like information, concept arts, artwork, things like that, and an alternative ending for the game that will definitely shock you compared to the regular ending that made it into the finalized game. If they'd went with that alternative ending, that would have been fucked up. I was playing it and I was like, wow, really? So yeah, definitely a lot of features and stuff have been brought to the enhanced edition. I think maybe even slight graphical upgrades and everything. But in regards to the gameplay mechanics and everything, it's your standard first-person walking game. If you played stuff like Layers of Fear, then this is exactly what Among the Sleep is like. There's no attacks, no items that you really need to use. Once in a while you come across an item that is used to like unlock a door or something, but there's no like set button presses to perform certain things like that, other than being able to climb using B, you know, climb ledges, climb boxes, climb drawers, and run and walk, and then pushing A to crawl. That's it. There's no way to defend yourself, no weapons, nothing like that. Crawling allows your character to move a lot faster than actually walking and stuff, but your character does act a little helpless at times. You got to remember, you're just an infant, so it is realistic in that regard. There's challenging stuff in some of the levels, like you can't make certain noise or else monsters will hear you, like you can't knock over glass bottles and stuff. So it's actually really creative in its presentation. It's almost like a live action Tim Burton movie in a video game, if that makes any sense, with some of the colors and the real like whimsical looking look at it. A lot of times, you know, they made a playground look scary in this game. I never thought in my life a playground would look scary, but they absolutely did it in here. And overall, I was actually impressed with Among the Sleep. Again, it is a very short game. You'll be able to clear this in a couple of hours at that. Probably even 2. If you just play it straightforward. There are scattered artworks, like little doodles that the kid have, that provide you some incentive if you're a completionist. Collect all the artworks and stuff, but there's not much more in regards to like replayability. Once you play through this game, that's pretty much about it. This is one of those like real linear games that once you play, there's absolutely no other real reason to go back. There is an option to play certain chapters and stuff over again. I guess that's in case you want to get the doodle arts and try to complete the collection and everything, because there is one reward that you can get from it in the museum, but that's it. There's no achievements, nothing else, no different game modes. It's pretty much a straightforward narrative game that has you going from 5 different chapters as a baby, finding your way, solving puzzles, and that's about it. You really don't have much else to the game, but again, I did think that overall the certain length of it was perfect for this game. It's short, but for what this game is, I think it is actually very perfect. And if I'm not mistaken, it's coming out physically for $29.99 for the Nintendo Switch. So if you're a collector, if you are obsessed with collecting games like I am, Among the Sleep will be coming physically. Now, but can I recommend it? That's where it's iffy, because I don't see this kind of being a lot of people's cups of tea. I don't see it being a casual gamer's or a hardcore gamer's cup of tea. I see this for a certain little niche of gamer who enjoys these type of games and stuff. It's not exactly super scary, but it's not exactly groundbreaking either. It was a fun little playthrough, but honestly, I don't see myself coming back to it at all. So I don't even know if I could recommend it. At this point, you could probably get it cheaper on Steam, but unless you really want to beef up your Switch collection, I really see no reason to really go digital with it. Or, physical is probably the best way to go, because at least you have a tangible version of the game. You have it in a box, you can put on your shelf. That's something good with it. It is a good game, don't get me wrong, by any means. I was really entertained playing it. I had a lot of fun, but once you get past that initial playthrough, I don't know if it's worth that $29.99 price tag beyond it just being another Switch game to put on your shelf. It's good. I would probably rank this game a solid 8, but I don't know who this caters to. Maybe just the walking scary game simulator crowd. If you like stuff like Layers of Fear and different games like that, then maybe this will be right up your alley. For me, one playthrough was just right, was perfect enough. So yeah, I think it's not a bad game by any means, guys. And I guess that's it for today's review. Thanks a lot for watching, as always. If you are brand new to the channel, feel free to throw a subscription. Don't forget to comment down below. Have you played Among the Sleep before? Or is this something that you might want to take a look at, or you just think it just looks boring and it's not for you? Feel free to share your thoughts down below. I will share some comments in upcoming comment response videos. It's going to be something brand new that I'm trying out. And guys, don't forget to like or dislike on the way out. I will see you on the next video, guys. Have a great day. Peace out. Consider supporting 8-Bit Eric on Patreon for just $1 a month. Link below in the description.